Good morning. Today is a beautiful spring morning, and we're getting ready to do a little barbecue. When I talk about a little barbecue, I mean just a little barbecue. So let me get you started and tell you what you're going to need. First of all, you're going to need a chair, because barbecue takes time. You cook it low and slow. Some entertainment, and your favorite beverage. If you're doing it outdoors, you're going to need some water and some rags. You're going to need some mustard and molasses. You're going to need a rub. You're going to need some apple juice. The tools you'll need is a brush and a bowl, some measuring spoons, quarter cup, tablespoon, some scissors, a knife, a butter knife, and some tongs, some aluminum foil. If you're going to make your own rub, you'll need some brown sugar, ground coffee, salt, pepper. You'll need some spices. I use chili powder, cayenne pepper, paprika, cinnamon, garlic powder, and onion powder. If you're going to buy a rub, look for a rub that doesn't have salt as its first ingredient. You're going to need some ribs. For this, we're going to do 2 or 3 racks. You also need some gloves. This can be dirty, and some rags. You're going to need some charcoal, matches, newspaper, and a chimney. You'll need some soaked chips. You'll need some water for your water pan. You also use apple juice in the water pan. You'll need your smoker, your favorite smoker. And you'll need a table for the side of your smoker for various things. Anyways, that'll get us started. In a few minutes, my friend Steve is going to come over, and he's going to film me as I put together these baby back ribs on the smoker. Okay, in order to make this rub, you're going to need some sugar. In this case, I'm using some light brown sugar. It's about a quarter cup. You're going to need a quarter cup of black pepper. Ground coffee. That's about what's in here. And you're going to need some spices. So I've grouped these here: onion powder, garlic powder, cinnamon, cayenne pepper. You'll need about a half a tablespoon of each of these. And you'll need about a tablespoon of paprika, chili powder, black pepper, and salt. Now the rub that we're mixing together is for 2 racks of baby back ribs. So we've got here about a quarter cup of brown sugar, and I'm going to add to that a quarter cup of ground coffee. I'm going to use about a half a tablespoon of onion powder. More. Half a tablespoon of garlic powder. These don't have to be measured exactly. We use some ground cinnamon. Again, about a half a, maybe a teaspoon of that, or a little more. Just stick with half a tablespoon on these. You could easily buy your own rub If you do, like I said before, get something that doesn't have salt as its main ingredient. This is cayenne pepper, about a half a tablespoon of that. And now we're going to go with paprika, about a tablespoon of that. Chili powder, a tablespoon. Black pepper, a tablespoon. And some sea salt, or any kind of salt, and about a tablespoon. Just mix that up, break up the brown sugar, and you've got to rub that. Will make your ribs taste yummy. Alright. Even smells good. So what I'm going to do, that's about all you'll need for 2 racks of ribs. I'm going to add that to this rub that I've had. Every time I make rub, it's different. So when I put it together, what I had before goes together with what I made this time, and pretty much it's those kind of ingredients. Or you can buy a rub, maybe an apple rub, a pork rub, mix them together. Find a rub though that doesn't have salt at the top of the ingredients list. Now we're going to mix together the marinade that we put on the ribs before we put on our rub. And it's just mustard and molasses. So I'm going to pretty much make enough for just 2 racks of baby backs. And I'd say that's about a cup of mustard, and to that I'm going to add maybe a 1/4 cup or less of molasses, and I'm going to mix that up. Yeah, that's about right. This isn't a perfect science. This is just making some ribs. But this, when you put this on your ribs, that will make your rub stick to it. And it adds flavor, a layer of flavor. And the reason I say stay away from rubs that have a lot of salt is that if you buy packaged ribs, those packaged ribs are going to be soaking in salt. They're in a brine already. They call it a secret recipe, but if you read what the ingredients are, it's sodium this and sodium that. So they're already salted. And the mustard, that has salt and vinegar in it. So now we're going to clean the ribs.